Broadcasting live from the basement of the Pentagon. This is WTF Nation Radio.
Everything stated on WTF Nation Radio is to be considered the opinion of the person that stated it, and not an official representation of WTF Nation Radio or U.S. Army WTF Moments.
Price does not include tax, title, or license. Some assembly required. Each item sold separately. Batteries not included. Objects in mirror are closer than they appear. If conditions persist, contact a physician. Individual results may vary. Keep out of the reach of children. Avoid prolonged exposure to direct sunlight. Keep in a cool, dark place. And
please enjoy the show. Shots.
Hello, everybody. It is Wednesday, September 27th, 2017, and it's WTF Wednesday, and it's me, Minx, instead of Jim Beam, so sorry. I'm joined by Pookie, though. Hi, Pookie.
Hey, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm fantastic.
Oh, good. It's always good. It's weird not having, like, someone else's face up here with me.
Oh, yeah. You're all by your lonesome tonight. Yeah.
Right? Y'all are fucking stuck looking at my face all night. I'm sorry. Sorry.
Yeah, it's better than my ugly mug being up there.
But you're so, what's the right word? Boonies. It's awesome. I love your beard.
I'm a hillbilly. I can't help it.
You are. Like, if you look up, like, you know, like a picture dictionary under hillbilly, you'll find Pookie's face.
Yep.
It's amazing.
I'm like related to Sasquatch, so it works out.
I believe it, dude, with that beard and your crazy hair. I believe it.
Yep.
I'm sorry, hold on, I have to yell at the dog. So it's raining here in Texas, and Hooker decided to go play in the mud. So hold on. Hey, get down. Come here. Thank you. They listened. Fuckers. But now, obviously, since I addressed them, now they're like, oh, okay, so we get to, like, be in your bubble. Awesome. No, this is not how it works. This is not how it works. At all.
Yeah, dogs are good at that.
Yeah, for real. So, how's your week been? How's your Wednesday been?
I didn't wake up till 4 this afternoon, so I had a pretty short day. Yeah. That's what happens when you stay up till like 6 o'clock in the morning drinking.
But it's Wednesday. Is today your Saturday?
I work odd jobs, so when I don't work, it's like my weekend.
Oh, okay. And it's only just like sporadic when you work these odd
when
jobs.
I work.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Well, I mean, you know,
it works out.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah, I don't do the 9 to 5 thing. I got sick of doing it.
I'm kind of jealous, but at the same time, I don't know.
Yeah, it's iffy sometimes, you know.
Right. Oh, hi, old GI. He's in the comments. Hello, dude.
Hey.
So I actually had to work today. I normally don't work Wednesdays. And then we did our like nursing skills fair, which I'm not a nurse. So I'm like, one, why am I here? Because even though I'm not a nurse, I know how to, you know, do tourniquets. I know how to fucking put in a Foley. It's not that difficult. You just, you know, you fucking clean off the area and then you take this little plastic tube and you shove it down the hole. There you go.
That sounds ow.
I mean, it's not painful for me. You know, and most of the time when we do it, the patient's asleep. So it's not painful for them either because, you know, again, they're asleep.
Yeah, they can't feel it.
Yeah. So, but we have a guest tonight.
Yeah.
So we are going to be graced with the presence of Laura Bauer, who is from Operation Family Caregiver. And she is going to be on to tell us all about that, because I only did a little research, so I kind of have like a small understanding of what they do, but I'm really excited to talk to her. Freaking, we've had some good guests recently.
Yeah, we have, actually.
So, oh, we missed you too, old GI. Freaking get better,
I
dude.
haven't seen him in a while.
I know, right? So, news today has been kind of slow. Like, I know you guys are expecting, like, you know, Jim Beam's show and whatnot. This is how I do my shows, so I like to talk about news and current events and shit because it's fucking interesting, and who, like, you know, fucking why not? So, it's been a slow news day in that not a lot has really happened. Something that did happen, though, is the Taliban claimed responsibility for an attack at Kabul International Airport Wednesday morning with the intention of targeting Defense Secretary Mattis, who is making an unscheduled visit to Afghanistan. Mattis had left the airport by the time the attack started, NBC News reports, and no casualties have been reported. The airport said 2 missiles were fired towards the airport around 11 a.m. local time, and the U.S. Embassy warns that the attack may still be ongoing. So this article was from this morning, right? So at 11:36 a.m., 2 missiles were fired upon the airport from Deshabs district. I'm pretty sure I just butchered that name. Damaged the Air Force hangars and destroying 1 helicopter and damaging 3 other helicopters. But there were no casualties. ISIS also claimed responsibility for the attack. That doesn't necessarily mean that the group had any involvement in carrying it out, though. ISIS is quoted, or the Taliban commander is quoted as saying, "We fired 6 rockets and planned to hit the plane of the U.S. Secretary of Defense and other U.S. and NATO military officials." So somehow they found this fucking commander and got him to fucking talk. Okay. And this commander goes on to say, "We were told by our insiders that some losses were caused to their installations, but we are not sure about James Mattis." NBC spoke with 2 unidentified Taliban commanders who claimed sources in Afghanistan's security apparatus tipped them off to Mattis's visit. Mattis was holding a press conference away from the airport at the time of the attack and told reporters that Afghan forces would strongly oppose the action. If, in fact, there was an attack, his is a classic statement to what Taliban are up to, Mattis said. If, in fact, this is what they have done, they will find Afghan security forces against them. Fucking, like, do they not realize, like, if they just stop, like, we'll leave? So, is anyone, like...
I don't know. There's a huge information leak, too. I mean, like,
right?
How did that information get leaked the fuck out in the first place? You know,
Exactly.
I was, like, scratching my head, like, what?
Right? Well, I mean, the commander said it was someone within the security apparatus. Hey, stop.
Well, they need to start house cleaning, man.
Right? Well, I mean, you know, if you think about it, their culture, you know, all they really have to do is threaten a family member. Or grab a family member hostage of someone who works in security and be like, if you don't tell us what you know, we're going to fucking kill him, you know?
Yeah. That's just nuts, though.
Yeah. Fucking.
I'm pretty sure Mattis, if anything would have happened to Mattis, it would have been the end of the world in Afghanistan.
Oh, my God. But... like, in what way, though? Because obviously that would be a huge hit on morale for troops there, you know? And at the same time, though, it would be a huge boost to the Taliban's morale. Like, oh, we just took down Mad Dog Mattis. It's like, oh no.
Yeah, think about the Marine units over there that would just go rogue here and catch shit.
Right? I mean, they probably already are. Like, oh, you tried going after him? Okay, game on.
It's going to be a pretty brutal next couple days for the Taliban.
Y'all done fucked up.
Damn.
Yeah. Fucking, so that happened.
Interesting.
Right? So another thing that happened, I don't know how many of you guys were listening to the show yesterday, but I started a new segment called, Dumbass of the Week. And we talked about this lieutenant who graduated from West Point named Spencer Rapone. Now, he has posted multiple pictures of himself supporting communism, as far as like holding up the Communist Manifesto, and all while in uniform and being like, oh, communism's gonna win, fuck democracy, and like a picture of his Democratic Socialist Party membership card, because apparently
membership club.
It's apparently like a club that you can join, and they send you little cards. It's like, oh yeah, I'm a proud member of the Democratic Socialists. Here's my card, bitches.
Yeah. What happened to blacklisting?
Right. So the thing with him, though, is that not long after we talked about it on air, West Point sent out a message saying that they are going to cooperate fully with any investigation, and that his actions in no way reflect the code that was instilled into West Point cadets, right? They're covering their own asses at this point. Well, we've got some more information about him.
Ooh.
So he is a 2016 graduate of West Point. And before that, though, he was an enlisted infantryman. He completed the Ranger assessment and selection process and received an assignment to Alpha Company, 1st Battalion, 75th Ranger Regiment. He lasted roughly 6 months before leaving the unit under a process known as released for standards. So to me, that sounds as though he was, what's the phrase?
Usher bag?
Well, that, but I was going to say like peered out. Is that the correct terminology?
I believe that.
Right? Maybe? That's what it sounds like. So, as a U.S. Army Special Operations Command unit, the Ranger Regiment maintains more stringent standards for their personnel. If at any point a leader considers a Ranger has not met a standard, he can relieve the soldier from duty and have him removed from the unit. In short, released for standards. Ranger can be released for standards for virtually any reason, ranging from lack of motivation to disciplinary problems. and I got all this from U.S. Army what the fuck moments, right? Because they're like our other half. So U.S. Army what the fuck moments spoke under the condition of, spoke anonymously with 4 sources, all of whom requested their names not be used because they are not authorized to speak on the record regarding members of Special Operations Forces. They all painted a vivid story of Rapone's stint with the unit, commenting on his lack of discipline, carelessness, and disrespect for authority figures. Quote, he could perform to standards, but he had a discipline problem, a former member of his platoon told us, adding he was careless with little things and sometimes big things. He almost took 6 guys out while mishandling the Gus. The Gus refers to the Carl Gustav rifle, an anti-tank weapon in common use with U.S. Army infantry units and the special ops community. So, side note, I fired one of those bad boys when I was deployed. Good Lord, I could not hear out of my fucking right ear for like 5 minutes. And I was wearing ear pro, and I'm like, I still like, and these guys came up, and I'm like, I can't hear. It's not happening right now.
Meep.
Yeah, and it felt like I was an archer. But yeah,
tinnitus.
Yeah, tinnitus is a cruel mistress. But yeah, so apparently almost took out 6 people because he was like, and I was so nervous. Okay, so like before, I even touched that weapon, the MARSOC unit that had taken us out of the wire to like go play with weapons, they were like, this is a really powerful weapon. Like, you don't fuck around with this. And I was like, why are you letting me handle it then? And so, but like, I was frozen. Like, as soon as they got it, like, they're like, all right, no, pick it up. And I was like, no, I don't want to touch it. And they were like, no, but you have to. And I was like, but it's gonna explode. Like,
oh God, this is going this phrasing. But
no, I've got the video somewhere on like my real Facebook. Fucking.
Oh my God.
I know, right? But so they helped me like get this thing on my shoulder, and the guy who's like loading the round into it, he's like, don't move, I'm putting the live round. And I was like, oh my God.
Oh God.
I was like frozen. And then I've got little hands, right? And this fucking this tube is like kind of big, right? And I got little hands. I know, I'm fucking just digging myself into a deeper hole with all this phrasing shit. I'm aware. But, like, so I was trying to switch, like, this. He was like, yeah, you got to use just one hand to, like, take it off safe and fire and all this. And I'm like, but my hands are little. And so, like, I sit there struggling and I'm trying to do it with the one hand, like he told me. I'm like, I can't fucking reach it. But, yeah, so that was a fun experience. I know I kind of, like, detoured a little. But the Carl Gustav's a fun weapon. They were like, aim for that refrigerator over there. All right. Fucking direct hit, though. Woo! Fucking deadly. But then after I fired it, they were like, okay, so after you fire this, it can still explode. And I was like, wait, what? They're like, until we extract everything out, like, it's still, don't fuck with it. And I was like,
Of course, they waited to tell you after the fact.
No, like, they told me before. They're like, okay, so until we tell you to move, don't move. And I was like, oh, fuck me, right?
Shit.
Yeah. It was a lot of fun, though.
Yeah.
Dale says, same
like
here. What?
I said it sounded like a blast.
It was. Giggity puns. But yeah, so this dude, his initial tweet was posted in support of Kaepernick and, supporting the protests of the national anthem, and was tagged with the hashtag Veterans for Kaepernick. A second tweet was posted shortly after with him wearing a t-shirt with a picture of former communist icon Guevara on it, with the text, in case there was any lingering doubt, hasta la victoria something. Simpierre?
Yeah.
Is that right? I don't know. Referencing the term made famous by Guevara, until victory always. His tweet also included complaints about the military and how it refies capitalism, imperialism with a brutality, hierarchical rank structure, and that soldiers lust for war and conflict. They fetishize violence.
Well, that's true.
I mean, you're not wrong. But if we look in the history or like throughout history at communist nations, what do you see a common thread of? Nothing but violence and genocide and brutality.
Totalitarianism.
Yeah. So, like, it's a pot calling the kettle black, dude. Like, I don't know what to tell you. Shit happens.
Maybe that's what they be teaching these kids in school, that communism's okay these days.
Right? Well, but they're not. They're disguising communism under this fake name of democratic socialist, because it's like socialism is okay because it's not quite communism somehow. I don't fully understand the difference between the two, but to me they're the fucking same.
Socialism is the first step to communism.
Yeah, it is. Like, socialism's goal is communism. Oh, I'm so sorry. I sneezed. I'm so sorry.
Is that what that was?
Yeah. Yeah, that was me sneezing. Sorry. But yeah. So as the photo of Rapone's as the photos of Rapone's tweets came to public eye, reaction was swift, with a number of veteran organizations condemning the act of political speech by a serving officer, an act technically illegal under military law. Just as stunning was the swift rebuke that came from Rapone's alma mater, West Point, in the statement they released on September 26th. Again, this whole thing started yesterday. So West Point's fucking on it as far as issuing a response. They are quoted as saying, the U.S. Military Academy strives to develop leaders who internalize the Academy's motto of duty, honor, country, and who live the Army values, the Academy said in a written statement posted to their website. Second Lieutenant Rapone's actions in no way reflect the values of the U.S. Military Academy or the U.S. Army. The Academy went on to say that it would cooperate fully in any subsequent investigations. So this kid is assigned to the 10th Mountain Division at Fort Drum. Army officials say he is under investigation for the tweets.
That Fort Drum sucks.
Right. I've never been there, but I hear it sucks. So, right?
Fucking communists.
And I get it. Like I said last night, communism in theory, on paper, works. Communism in
reality,
in practicality, doesn't work. It's been tried.
I don't like standing in line for toilet paper.
Yeah, right? Or toothpaste. Or, I don't know, bread.
Food.
Just me. I don't know. Capitalism's been pretty good to me. But, I'm white, so...
Yeah, you're privileged.
Dude, I still haven't got I still haven't got my white privilege card yet. I heard they were a thing, and I'm waiting on I'm waiting for it.
I'm too much of a hillbilly to apply for one of those.
But, it's just so frustrating. Because when was I? I think I was a freshman in high school and learning about, the different isms of, society and stuff. I want to say it was my history class, so it was Mr. Strickland. How do I still remember that? Whatever. I don't remember what the fuck I did yesterday, but I can remember that for reasons.
That's weird how your brain works sometimes.
And so, we were going through all the different types of societies as far as, capitalism, totalitarianism, communism, socialism, etc., etc. And it was we had a project, and it was choose the best one for society. And a lot of people, a lot of kids chose communism because, again, on paper, it looks good, right? You share everything equally, in theory, and everyone's the same. Real life, that doesn't happen because there's always going to be that one greedy motherfucker who fucks it up for everybody else, and they seize control and they seize power. Kim Jong-un's family, for example. So, and then when that happens, it turns into a what? Oh, wait, a dictatorship and a totalitarian I can't speak right now. Yeah.
I can't help you because my tongue's tied. I tried saying it muted.
You know, it's just.
I don't know. I'm more of an anarchist than a communist, but whatever.
An anarchist. So speaking of North Korea, that kid Otto Warmbier, a coroner report came out earlier today that couldn't determine. They couldn't determine what led to the fatal brain damage of the young Ohioan detained for more than a year by North Korea, who's been accused of torturing him by his parents and President Trump. A Hamilton County coroner's report dated September 11th, however, showed cause of death for Otto as complications of brain-damaging oxygen deprivation through a, quote, unknown insult more than a year prior to death. So somehow, at some point in time, almost a year before he died, he's been in this comatose fucking state like before he died. Like, that's ridiculous.
That's what happens when you go to a country that wants you dead. Right?
Yeah. So again, I don't understand why Otto decided to go to North Korea. Like, I mean, we kind of talked about this a little off air in that he's a student at the university, or he was, sorry. What the fuck do you want? At the University of Virginia. Dude, they're fucking all over me. These goddamn dogs. And so, you know, you were saying that that's kind of like the commie college up there.
They preach communism and socialism really heavy in that area.
Good Lord. So, I mean, you know, who wouldn't want to go to a communist nation during spring break, right? I mean, all the cool kids are doing it.
Yeah, let's do it. Because, you know, that's cool to do.
Right? Where if
let's go to North Korea and get tortured to death, you know?
Yeah, I mean, you know, I wanted a cool souvenir of a poster, and obviously that is punishable by 15 years hard labor and death.
Yep.
Do you think they might have tortured him simply because he was an American citizen?
Oh yes, the way I've watched some YouTube videos of some what's the word? I guess refugees or defectors of North Korea, and they talk about how they're taught from kindergarten the whole way up, you know, through school and shit that Americans are evil. So I'm pretty sure he got his ass beat because he was American.
And then obviously asphyxiated because, again, his report showed a lot of like oxygen deprived brain damage.
They probably were waterboarding him the wrong way and he wound up dying.
Right? Leave the waterboarding to us.
Yeah.
No, but in all seriousness, waterboarding is not. I don't know. I don't really have an opinion about that.
I preferably don't care.
Right? Just don't do it to me. So, meh.
Exactly.
But again, at the same time, I'm not looking to, I don't know, becoming a prisoner of war to America with information, and so I don't have to worry about it. God, these fucking...
No.
Apollo says hi, everybody.
Like, I wouldn't even want to go to China, really, because it's a communist nation, and they're not really fond of Americans over there. So, I mean...
Right?
Like Venezuela declaring war on us.
Oh, that's right. Fucking Venezuela. Oh, by the way, I'm like getting better at pronouncing that country's name. So, yay me.
Venezuela.
Right? Yeah, I know. Like sometimes I have to say it super slowly in my head. Like, all right, enunciate all the syllables. But other times I'm like, whatever. So Venezuela prepares for war with the United States because that's going to end really well for them. Like, not to toot my own horn or anything, but that wouldn't even be fair. Like, that wouldn't even be a fair fight.
That would be like the fat kid picking on the tiny little kid in school, pretty much.
Right? Exactly. That would be like the biggest, baddest, like, jackass bully out there picking a fight with the small freshman.
Yep.
But at the same time, it would be the small freshman picking a fight with the biggest, baddest motherfucker out there. I'm like, yeah, we're going to fight you. Child, sit down. I need, like, we can't even deal with you right now. Like, you're nowhere on our list. So,
I mean, shit, you can't even feed their people. I mean, come on. There's another social. Well, there's socialists, I guess.
Yeah,
they're not communists.
They are socialists. So, Venezuela's president, Maduro, and I'm sure you probably are supposed to roll the R, but I can't. Like, I sound like I'm purring. I'm like, or coughing something up. I can't roll R's. Oh, there we go.
I got it.
Nailed it. So Venezuela's president Maduro called on his nation's military leaders Tuesday to prepare for war against the United States days after the Trump administration banned Venezuelan officials from entering the nation. Quote, "We have been shamelessly threatened by the most criminal empire that ever existed, and we have the obligation to prepare ourselves to guarantee peace," said Maduro, who wore a green uniform and a military hat as he spoke with his army top brass during a military exercise involving tanks and missiles. We need to have rifles, missiles, and well-oiled tanks at the ready to defend every inch of territory if needs be. The Trump administration has taken a hard stance against Maduro's regime by banning money lending to Venezuela's government or its state oil company, PDVSA, and passing sanctions against Maduro and his top officials. It's unlikely Maduro has the manpower to stand up to the United States, which has a much larger military. Maduro has maintained power in Venezuela despite mounting political and economic crises that have been months of violence, anti-government demonstrations across the South American nation. Defense Minister Vladimir Petrino has backed Maduro during the upheaval, but some critics have begun to whisper campaigns suggesting that the military could break away and support a coup against the president. Herbert Garcia, a former senior army general and minister, told Reuters in August. To date, there have been 3 attempted military coups in Venezuela since 1992.
Wow. You know you're fucking up when your military is planning on killing your ass.
Right?
Even though it probably just wind up another dumbass in charge, and it's the downward spiral with shit like that.
You're right.
Socialism, yay.
Right? Hooray!
I mean, do they even have TV?
Apparently I hurt somebody's ears. Bye, dude.
What?
Yeah, one of the Facebook Live comments. Apparently, I have hurt Rob Phillips's ears.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Well.
Right? Oh, well. I'm not worried about it. Bye, dude.
I mean, I got you on headphones, and I hear pure sexiness, so I'm good.
Oh my god. Jenna, you're disgusting. She just burped on me. Can someone come take my dogs? Like, just, like, come. I need someone to come take them away. Just until the show's over, and then I'm going to want them back. But if someone, please. I need someone to come watch my dogs. And give them attention that apparently I'm not giving them. Fucking, ugh. So
they're up your butt.
They are. Good Lord. And like around my feet, they're fucking everywhere. Like it's getting It's distracting. But so apparently Michelle Obama has made a statement against women.
Against women?
Against women.
Like an anti-feminist kind of comment?
In a way, like she's kind of backing up the patron saint for feminism and feminists, in that she is quoted as saying that women who did not vote for Clinton voted against their own voice. So,
okay.
Yeah, right? Wait, what? So she criticized female voters who cast their ballots for President Trump while speaking at a marketing and professional development conference in Boston. Why you would bring up the election during a development conference is beyond me. But, I'm just fucking here. And to me, that doesn't make sense. Like, they seem like two completely different subjects. But yeah, she's quoted as saying, any woman who voted against Hillary Clinton voted against their own voice, while maintaining that she and her husband still hope for Mr. Trump's success.
Okay.
Yeah, right?
So that's an oxymoron.
Right? I'm so confused by what she said. But
so she dimed women out for voting for Trump, but then she said, I hope for Trump's success.
Yes.
Okay, gotcha.
Fucking Dale. I never listened to that dude when he was first man.
Ooh.
Fucking so bad. So bad. You can't say that. Okay, so that brings me to... right? That kind of brings me to something I want to talk about. And that is freedom of speech.
Okay, I like this. Let's do this.
And where the line gets drawn as far as what is considered acceptable and what is considered not acceptable.
Ooh, I can go deep into this.
Mostly, okay, so, and this goes off of, the whole fucking NFL protest that has been going on. And people saying like, oh, they're expressing their First Amendment rights of like, freedom to assembly and like freedom of speech, blah, blah, blah. They're kneeling, so they're technically not saying a goddamn word. So is that considered speech if it's just an action?
Well, see, I'm gonna get you on that. That is
go
a protest.
That
is a protest, and we have freedom to protest. I mean, you can say whatever the hell you want to. You can protest whatever you want to, as long as you do it peacefully, right?
Yes.
But if you offend someone, big whoopty fucking deal, But I mean, I'm torn between the thing. I don't watch football anymore because I don't want to watch, politics
right.
in a game that's supposed to unite people. Now it's being divisive. I don't want it, so I took it out of my life.
Yeah, no, I'm the same way as far as I go to sports to get away from all the other bullshit that's going on in the world. Because let's face it, there's a lot of fucking bullshit going on, and all the bullshit went into my sports. And so now I'm left with college football, which is fine. I do enjoy college football. And so far my team has not started to protest. So that's good.
Well, it's gonna work its way in there eventually.
Oh god.
I mean, even NASCAR starting to work its way into NASCAR. I was reading earlier today.
Oh right. Junior said something about it.
Yeah. NASCAR that's the most conservative sport you could watch. And It's wormed its way in. I don't know. I'll stick with hockey.
So Dale, the thing with the Dallas Cowboys kneeling before the national anthem is that per their PAO is that the team knelt down in prayer before the anthem. And then the entire team stood up for the anthem. Because Jerry Jones has gone on record multiple times saying, you work for me, you're going to do what I tell you to do. Which is you will stand for the anthem in silence with your hand over your heart. And if you don't, you no longer work for me. Goodbye. And which
is awesome.
Yeah, and he's done that not just with the team, but with everyone who works at AT&T Stadium. It's awesome. He's made it known. Hey, let me find out y'all didn't fucking respect our anthem and pay some respect to our country, and then you're not gonna have a job. Which that's his right to do, right? Because he owns AT&T Stadium.
He owns it.
He has employed
Capitalism.
all of those people. Right? Capitalism at its finest.
Capitalism.
So the thing is that why is it that a couple years ago when Tim Tebow would get down on a knee and pray, that became such an ostracizing, divisive...
Oh my God, I was just about to say that.
Divisive action...
Oh, it was so controversial, him sitting down and kneeling and praying.
To the point where he lost his fucking job. Right?
Exactly.
He wasn't protesting anything. He was simply exercising his freedom of religion.
There you go.
And his freedom of speech.
There you go.
So why is it that when someone does it, and you guys fucking see me, I'm not... I grew up Christian, and you guys fucking see my altars all over the fucking place. I'm not Christian anymore. Obviously, that's been established. But I don't have any ill will towards them or whatnot. But it's why are they getting criticized and ostracized for expressing their freedom of religion? But these guys, And I'm expressing my First Amendment rights as far as my freedom of speech and my opinions, in that these whiny millionaires are getting onto this social justice bandwagon and protesting because apparently that is now the cool thing to do. So why is it freedom of speech for them and that's protected for them when a couple years ago Tim Tebow got ostracized? And then on top of that...
It's because he was Christian.
Right? So now we're why are we persecuting him though? Freedom of religion. He's allowed to fucking do that. But, he's Christian, so obviously that means he's a fucking Nazi, right? Somehow...
Yeah, he's white. He's white and a Christian, so it's evil.
But I want to know is, where were all of these fucking patsies last season?
I don't know. Trump said something and the world just naturally reacts against it. I don't know. I guess it's the way it works.
But I mean, even before Trump said anything, the beginning of the season, more and more players had started to kneel and or sit. So where
it's such a touchy subject.
But again, where were all these fucking social justice warriors last fucking season? Or the season before that? Or the season fucking before that? Because let's face it, this isn't a new subject.
Well, I will say one thing. The NFL took a hit with this, and their ratings plummeted.
What was it, 17%?
Something insane. And, when advertisers see stuff like that,
they're going to pull their endorsements.
And then those very fat, rich football players are now not going to have money. So they don't realize they're kind of essentially shooting themselves in the foot by doing this.
Right.
But whatever.
So... And then, so then on top of that, right? So these players have Everyone's fucking up in arms about like, oh, it's their First Amendment rights to fucking do this, freedom of speech, blah blah blah. Okay, so it's freedom of speech when someone kneels, but when someone
that's freedom of protest. That's not freedom of speech.
Well,
that's where the lines get blurred.
Right? I mean, tomato, a dildo, right? It's almost same thing.
Whoa.
So no, they're not though.
Quickly.
Right. So a Seattle Mariners catcher or player, I don't think he's a catcher. Whatever, it doesn't matter. Anyways, this dude named Steve Clevenger played for the Mariners, and he tweeted just a year ago, criticism of Black Lives Matter. Immediately afterwards, he was disciplined by being suspended for the rest of the season and never hired again.
So wait. So he talked against a domestic terror group, and he got
suspended and then eventually fired because he was not hired again. So at the time he was fired, the kneeling had already started, but he didn't get a pass because his tweets were deemed to be racist. Right? So Steve Clevenger was suspended without pay for criticizing Black Lives Matter and President Obama on Twitter. While major sports stars are disrespecting our country, military heroes, and police, this is what happens when someone speaks out against Black Lives Matter. So this is what he tweeted. He tweeted, "Black people beating whites when a thug got shot holding a gun by a black officer. Haha, explicit, cracks me up. Keep kneeling for the anthem." And then he also said, "Black Lives Matter is pathetic again. Obama, you are pathetic once again. Everyone should be locked behind bars like animals." Those two tweets got Steve Clevenger suspended without pay for the rest of the 2016 season. While other sports stars say far worse thing about police on a daily basis.
I don't know. I have all the love in the world for the LEOs on the planet because they do a job that I did for a year in Iraq every fucking day of their lives. So, yeah. All right. That's my 2 cents.
But it's just like, where is the line? Why is it that he got disciplined for exercising his First Amendment rights? But But why though? What specifically?
The media has a narrative right now, and if you don't fall in with the narrative of the media, you get ostracized. You get pretty much, I don't know what it's called, civil death. It's kind of like the same with getting a felony. You know, no one wants to do business with you anymore. You know, you get blacklisted, the whole 9 yards.
Hello,
like
D-Max. What, D-Max?
Ooh,
D-Max like getting the Madden curse.
Right, the Madden curse.
The Madden curse. If you were on any of the Madden games, you were doomed.
Dude, it's fucking true though. That fucking curse. Ugh.
Hey, it's not serving Tom Brady very well right now.
It's not. See, it's a true thing. Like if you look back on past covers, Polamalu was on the cover of Madden, and the very next season he fucking tore his fucking ACL. Like he was out for the season.
Sherman was on it. He almost got ejected this weekend.
Yep.
Polamalu.
Well, he was an idiot that was chasing the referee,
but you know, like it's just, you know, so there's that. So kneeling's considered, you know, again, per the media, kneeling's considered free speech. But if you speak out against a domestic terrorist organization, which has been labeled as such, then you're in the wrong somehow.
See, I want to point out one thing, though. All right, Kaepernick, whatever you want to call him, he hasn't changed his story at all. He has stuck to his guns, regardless.
Yeah, I mean, he's a man of
really,
sword.
He was the first one to do it, and he's still sticking with it. That's some dedication.
But at the same
regardless
time,
if he's right or wrong in it, he's got some dedication for what he believes in, and I'm actually starting to think maybe he really believes in it, even though he may be a little off on what he thinks, but gotta give him credit for.
I mean,
No.
I'm just gonna.
no, I don't have to give him credit, because when the time came for him to elect or to vote on elected officials, his punk bitch ass
didn't.
was a no-show. So
Yeah, he didn't even
I
vote.
don't have to fucking give him credit for shit, because he's gonna sit there and fucking cry and whine all goddamn day long. But when it came time for him to where he could make a difference, he didn't show up.
I'm just saying he started it. And
Oh yeah, no, he did start it.
Kind of grown.
Kind of.
Yeah.
But again, where were all these guys last season?
They didn't
Well, like
react to
Marshawn
this
Lynch.
until Trump said something. That's what I'm saying. I mean, Trump. I mean, God bless the man. Sometimes, but whatever. The people are stupid. Anything he does, if he could cure cancer, they would protest the fact that cancer was cured.
Yeah.
Yeah, because then they aren't making money.
Right, yeah.
Oh yeah, Big Pharma would suck.
They would.
Like Marshawn Lynch, nobody ever complained about him never standing for the national anthem because he didn't make a big deal of it. He never has.
Yeah. Which so my whole thing is, I get that these men are athletes and they can be exciting to watch. I understand that. I understand that some of them do generate a large income for their teams and for the team's owners and whatnot, and for the NFL in general. That being said, there are so many felony convictions within the NFL as an organization.
Yes. Domestic violence is
that
a big
it
one.
is sickening.
And not to mention,
I don't care.
the NFL
I don't
is a
care about the
nonprofit.
marijuana charges.
So I've got another thing that, all these guys are protesting, injustice by the police. Have you stopped to look at your own goddamn actions? A bunch of these fucking people have committed felonies, whether it be domestic violence, child abuse, fucking dog fighting, DUI, weapons charges, drugs charges, and yet they're still allowed to play. They're still allowed to have employment. Why is that? Why is it that a bunch of these players, Ray Lewis killed somebody and he never served jail time? And instead...
Well, that also
instead
of
fucking serving jail time, they fucking put his ass on ESPN. He killed somebody.
Oh, I started
Did you
watching
hear the
ESPN.
autopsy report for Aaron Hernandez?
What?
Sorry. Did you hear the autopsy report for Aaron Hernandez?
Like his hanging. Yeah, he freaking I actually talked about it a couple weeks ago. Hang in there, Aaron.
I may have missed that show.
So basically what had happened is that he had gotten a lot of concussions to where he became violent and suicidal. That does not excuse what he did at all at any point. If you were having those kind of thoughts and those kind of violent outbursts and tendencies, seek help.
Seek medical attention. Seek medical attention, please.
Exactly. Seek fucking help.
Yeah, you
Don't
need to seek
fucking
professional
act
help.
on it. I have no sympathy for Aaron Hernandez. Fucking hang in there, man.
No,
I mean,
he
I think
literally
about
did.
choking people all the goddamn time, but I don't act on it.
Right? And like and the NFL was quick to point out, like, this does not make Aaron a fucking victim. They need to stop treating him like he was a fucking victim. He killed 2 people. Sucks to suck. And then himself. It sucks to suck, dude. I don't know what to tell you. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. Like, shit fucking happens.
If you're gonna be dumb, you gotta be tough. That's what I gotta say.
You know, and like I was talking to a coworker today, who she's white, and she is married to a black man and has been for 20 years. They have kids together. So obviously her kids are fucking mixed, right? Well, apparently she almost kicked one of her kids' asses because one of her kids was like, oh, you know, oppression, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, excuse me? She was like, when in your fucking life have you ever been oppressed? She's like, you are middle class. Again, tell me how you've ever been oppressed. She's like, I'm about to press my foot up your ass. And like
that's like that whole Hobby Lobby thing. Yeah, exactly. It falls out like, cotton's a you got the goddamn privilege to go to a goddamn Hobby Lobby and shop for some fucking cotton, motherfucker. You know, you don't know what fucking oppression is.
Right? And
in all honesty, who buys cotton?
I mean, it can be pretty for like decorations and stuff.
No, yeah, it's good for this time of year as decorations if you're into that things, you know.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not a decorator.
You know, but it's just, like, she and I were talking about how we can't move forward as a nation if all everyone is focused about is on the past. As far as race relations, as far as, when it comes to race relations, we can't fucking move forward if we keep looking back to the past and saying like, oh, look how bad it was. You owe me something. Or they fucking look back to the past and they're like, oh, I'm the victim. Even though they have probably never actually experienced it. Again, people are probably going to say that I'm being ignorant because I'm a fucking white chick, but I'm fucking observant.
So, okay, I don't want to get on this tirade, but my question is, why doesn't we talk about slavery all the time, but why do we not talk about white slavery, like the Irish and shit like that coming over here? That's completely forgotten in history.
Right? Or the poor white folk that helped pick cotton in the South with the slaves.
Right next. Yeah, right next to the slaves.
Well, thinking like the Vikings, too. Like, you think they discriminated against color? No. They pillaged whatever the hell they could.
Right.
The Vikings owned slaves, but you could eventually become a free person being a slave. They had this whole, I don't know. I don't want to get into it, but they got like a social status kind of thing.
Yeah.
The lowest person was a slave. The highest person was a king, and you could work your way up. It didn't matter.
You know, but we can't fucking move forward if everyone is trying to play the victim card.
If everyone's divided, nobody can ever come together.
Right. So,
I blame the education system on all this shit right now. I really do. I do.
Don't get me started on Common Core math.
Right. But all right, you guys, we're going to go on break. And when we come back, we're going to have Laura Bauer on from Operation Family Caregiver. So everybody hang tight and we shall be back here shortly. Everyone on Mixer, the feed's going to restart so that way I can get more views, like get a better audience on Facebook. So see you guys here soon.
Tears have been cried. Nobody has loved. Nobody said we had to relate. At the end it's over, I'm finally sober. I'm finally sober. My only demon, my only regret is that I left you with scars so that you'll never forget. Sick of forgiving my mistakes and my faults. Shattered your glass onto millions when I ripped it apart. There's nothing left. Love is gone. So there was a failure to communicate. So sad to leave, but we were forced to wait. Nobody said we had to relate. At the end it's over, I'm finally sober. I'm finally sober.
Tell me what it is to see when you look at me. Deep into the photography, I don't really need your sympathy. Just tell me your thoughts. Have I got what they got? And is it a plot done for naught? Am I not like you because I do what I do? Who knew that I could lose a few of you cause I bleed blue? But it's true, I know cause I see it every day as I work and I sleep the day away. Like you I have pain and like you I have fear. Can I pay all of the bills and still make it through the year? Will I make it home alive? Should I pray to the sky every day and every night? Will I hold you by my side? But in the public eye, I don't even have a heart. A robot of the system moving only when I'm told to start. Rip apart my art, I'm strong like a flower blooming. You got it all wrong, I know I breathe, and like you see, I see. And like you need, I need. And like you bleed, I bleed. Don't treat me like an object, I'm tested and proven. Mind, heart, and soul, I'll always be a human. Like you breathe, I breathe. And like you see, I see. And like you need, I need. And like you bleed, I bleed. Don't treat me like an object, I'm tested and proven. Mind, heart, and soul, I'll always be a human.
Call me a vet like a soldier. Green beret, 21 gun salute, don't wanna see today. in the constant war zone, in the home of the brave, where they hate the police until they saving the day. I got kids like you, a mortgage like you, so blue lives matter, and so does yours too. All this separation and divide, open your eyes. If you cut us all open, we the same inside. The only difference is I run to the gunfight, get peace when it's chaos, when the people don't act right. But I'm under scrutiny for trying to protect me. You pull a pistol and I'm shooting for trying to contest me. I got a quick second to make a deadly decision. The media portray me like a kid for a living, like I'm cold with no heart, a brain with no thoughts, a body with no feeling, a life with no cause.
Like you breathe, I breathe, and like you see, I see, and like you need, I need, and like you bleed, I bleed. Don't treat me like an object, I'm tested and proven. Mind, heart, and soul, I'll always be a human. Like you breathe, I breathe, and like you see, I see, and like you need, I need, and like you bleed, I bleed. Don't treat me like an object, I'm tested and proven. Mind, heart, and soul, I'll always be a human. I'm damned if I do, and damned if I don't. It's like every single time I say what's on my mind, they go for my throat, they spew evil words. If you are absurd, always grinding, grinning, and killing my soul with these verbs. Hold me down, like I can't gasp for air. I'm closed inside of a box, like I'm inside Fort Knox. Every time that I'm there, I don't know why they think that I'm different from you. All that's true is I'm a like you breathe, I breathe, and like you see, I see, and like you need, I need, and like you bleed, I bleed. Don't treat me like an object, I'm tested and proven. Mind, heart, and soul, I'll always be a human. Like you breathe, I breathe, and like you see, I see, and like you need, I need, and like you bleed, I bleed. Don't treat me like an object, I'm tested and proven. Mind, heart, and soul, I'll always be a human. Like you breathe, I breathe, and like you see, I see, and like you need, I need, and like you bleed, I bleed. Don't treat me like an object, I'm tested and proven. Mind, heart, and soul, I'll always be a human. Like you breathe, I breathe, and like you see, I see, and like you need, I need, and like you bleed, I bleed. Don't treat me like an object, I'm tested and proven. Mind, heart, and soul, I'll always be a human.
Everybody, we are back, and as you can see, I'm joined by Miss Laura Bauer. Hello, ma'am.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm great.
Good. So are you like the president owner of Operation Family Caregiver?
Well, it's not an owner type of a thing. I work at the Rosalind Carter Institute for Caregiving, and one of our programs is Operation Family Caregiver. I'm the national program director for that program.
Oh, okay. So what is Operation Family Caregiver exactly? Like, what is it exactly, and when did it start?
We started this particular program about 5 years ago. Like I said, we've been supporting caregivers at the Rosalind Carter Institute for 30 years. This is our 30th anniversary. And we were trying to look to other populations of caregivers to support. And we had a big strategic planning meeting, and former First Lady Rosalind Carter, it actually was her idea. She said, I see a lot of stuff out there for the vets, and but I really don't see anything for the people that are taking care of them, for their caregivers. And so we decided to get on it, and we found a good evidence-based program that we could use, and we launched it. So about 5 years ago now. Our first site was in Pennsylvania. We have added sites continuously because the need is so great, and we're up to 12 sites now across the country. But what's really cool about the program is we can serve people anywhere in the country because it can be done by Skype, FaceTime, Zoom, and you still have a one-on-one relationship with your caregiver coach. You don't have to leave your home to get the program. You don't have to, go into any type of a clinic or anything like that. You can just do it from the comfort of home. And so it's going really, really well. We know the need is great. It's free. It's confidential. And all we need is for a caregiver to say, I'm having some challenges. Things are really tough for me. I could use some help. And within 24 hours, we'll assign a caregiver coach to them. That coach will work with them for 4 to 6 months.
Oh, wow.
And really, just be their coach in their corner. They're going to learn problem-solving skills. They're going to learn about the importance of taking care of themselves. They're going to learn some things about suicide awareness and prevention, safety planning, just any of the things that might help them be better at what they're doing while also taking better care of themselves. We know a lot of caregivers get so focused on the person they're taking care of that they stop taking care of themselves. So that coach is going to work with them to make sure that they don't do that, because we want them to be able to stay in the role for a long time. Whoever they're taking care of is going to probably need help for a very long time, and that caregiver needs to have support, and it needs to be confidential. We don't access any medical records. We don't have to have proof of any type of diagnosis or anything like that. We caregiver saying, hey, I need some help here, and we'll get a coach to work with them.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing. Because, it is true that the spouses kind of get almost forgotten about as far as, that you guys are caregivers.
Well, they sit right alongside the person that they're whether it's their husband, their neighbor, their battle buddy, or whatever. By taking care of someone that is served, they're serving too, and so they deserve support.
They do. They definitely do. So what, besides, suicide prevention and training and whatnot, and just being in the spouse's corner, what, specifically, services do you guys offer for spouses?
Well, the real core of the program is building skills in problem solving. And so the coach is going to teach basic problems. Problem solving is not rocket science, but they're going to teach that caregiver how to take whatever problems they're having and sort of dissect them into smaller, more manageable things to look at. They're going to teach them the focus model of problem solving. It's an evidence-based model that's been around for a long time. And they're going to start working on their own problem and coming up with strategies to solve their own problem. Once they get success with the first problem that they're having an issue with, and they can move on. And it's something that once you learn really good problem solving skills, you can take that forward for the rest of your life. You and I can use problem solving in our own lives. You don't have to be caring for somebody to get a benefit out of problem solving skills. So that's the main thing that they're going to learn. And because that coach is going to work with them for so long, they'll have a lot of opportunity to practice using the model over and over again until that caregiver gets really confident in their own ability to do it on their own without the coach. Mm-hmm. And it's giving them some skills that they can carry forward, and giving them the opportunity to practice the skills while, like I said, the other stuff, the safety planning, suicide awareness, and self-care, those are things that were actually added in. The original program is just problem solving. And, we don't want anybody going in and telling somebody else how to solve their problems. We want that caregiver to learn how to solve their own problems. Mm-hmm. So it's empowering them to give them confidence in their ability to do it for themselves. And we know caregivers are reacting a lot, mm-hmm. because every day there's a new crisis or hurdle that gets thrown at them out of nowhere. So they get used to reacting. And what the coaches are trying to teach them is to be proactive and to learn ways to be ready for stuff before it even hits, and know how they're going to handle it and how they're going to use the problem-solving model to step back and look at it, and maybe just a little bit more of a strategic way so that they're not just, putting out fires all the time.
Okay. So it looks as though we've got, I can't see our Mixer chat, because we are on Facebook, but then we're also on Mixer, and then we're on YouTube as well. So from the Mixer chat, Allie asked, what do you see as the biggest hurdle for caregivers, and what do you suggest to counter burnout?
Okay, well, I think the biggest hurdle is that caregivers don't reach out for help. There's help out there for them. Operation Family Caregiver is not the only thing they're ever going to need. Our coaches know about all the other great resources that are out there that they can plug these folks into. but the person has to recognize, first of all, that they are a caregiver, that their role is a little bit different now. They're taking care of their loved one, and it's a different role. And because they're in that role, there are things that are out there, and it's not selfish to reach out for help. It's really, you've got to do it. We talk about caregiving is it's not a sprint; it's a marathon. And so you've got to take in that, you got to stop at the water thing and take the water on the way when you're in a marathon, or you won't make it to the end. And caregivers just are really bad about reaching out for help. They think that they think they're being selfish if they think of their own needs. But we know that if they don't do it, then the risk of burnout is a lot higher. And once they get to the total burnout stage, then they're not going to be of any use at all to the person they're taking care of. So our goal is to get people to recognize that there's stuff out there that can help them now, and for them to reach out for it before they get to that stage.
Okay. Pookie, do you have any questions?
So you got into this how again? Like you said the First Lady Carter, right? Correct, if I was correct about that.
Right. Well, we have had. She started the Rosa Carter Institute for Caregiving 30 years ago. So for 30 years we've been doing programs to support caregivers. Alzheimer caregivers of people that have cancer, just sort of across the lifespan. But it was about 5 years ago when she recognized the need for us to look at military caregivers as a group that wasn't really getting any one-on-one attention to their needs. And military caregivers, they're different than other groups of caregivers for a lot of reasons. Most of them are younger. They're taking care of kids too, and they're trying to work, and they got a lot going on. And because their service member or vet is young when they get injured, they're going to be in the role a lot longer. If you're taking care of somebody with Alzheimer's disease, they're only going to live 7 to 10 years, and that's a long time to be a caregiver. But these caregivers are going to be in it 50, 60 years, hopefully, because that person's going to live a long time. And she really wanted to focus in on having something that would be directly towards their specific needs as a military caregiver. So yes, it was her idea that we look at that group as a group that we needed to give support to.
That's amazing.
Do you have military experience by chance?
I don't have military experience. My father, he was in the Navy during the Korean War, but the coaches that are the ones that actually work with the families, with the military caregivers, they are either veterans themselves or they're military caregivers, and some of them are both. So we're not the ones that go out and do the coaching. Those people work for the organizations in the 12 locations around the country, and some of our partners are Easter SEALs, Blue Star families, and groups like that. So the coaches actually work for those agencies. We do the training and certification of the staff at those agencies who will be working with the military families. My training and implementation specialist, Sergeant Shiloh Wolf, he's got a 10 years that he was in the military. He just recently got out of the Guard back in June, and so he's my right arm. He's the one that does a good deal of the working with the sites on a daily basis. But I personally don't have military experience.
I love the fact that you recognize friends as caregivers and not just, like the spouses, because so many people come back and they're, single, or they get divorced and, et cetera. And so their caregivers are their friends and not a spouse.
Right, exactly. And we saw a lot of people falling through the gaps because, there's, the VA has caregiver support, but they have very strict eligibility requirements of who qualifies as a caregiver. And this is a statistic from the RAND report that was on military caregivers about 2014. This report came out. The Elizabeth O. Foundation funded the report, and it shows that there's like 42% of the caregivers for returning service members and vets are not related to them. So that's way different than, say, caregiving for a person with Alzheimer's disease. It's usually an adult child or a spouse or somebody in the family. But there's a whole bunch of these people that are being cared for by somebody they're not related to. And if you can only get a service if you're related to somebody, then, we didn't think that that was filling the gaps that needed to be filled. So that's why we made it very inclusive. So, we define caregiver, it could be a same-sex partner, it could be anybody. But if you're taking care of a service member or vet that has issues, then you're a caregiver and you should get help.
So how do you vet? Like, what is your guys' vetting process as far as making sure that, you're not being taken advantage of, as far as someone just claiming like, oh yeah, my friend or spouse or whatnot is a vet, but in reality they're not?
We really haven't had a problem with that. We don't really have to vet anything because the first session the coach has with them, that's when the caregiver just unloads everything that's going on and all the difficulties that they're having. We have never, and we've enrolled around 600 caregivers at this point. We've never had that happen. I guess that it could happen, but I think because it's a program that you're going to be spending 4 to 6 months in, people don't want to get involved in something if they don't really need it, if it's going to take that much time, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I think that probably is the reason, but we haven't had that issue at all. It's so hard for a caregiver to reach out in the first place that when they reach out, they're past needing the help.
Mm-hmm. Okay, good. Because, we don't live in an ideal society where people don't take advantage of others. And so it would be a shit. Like, it always irks me when these different organizations get taken advantage of by scammers and con artists and just trying to get free stuff. Right.
And there's no monetary thing for being in the program. You're not going to get a stipend or anything like that. And so the person really has to be vested in getting the skills and learning some stuff. And they're going to have, I call it homework, but in between sessions with their coach, they're going to be working on things that they decided to work on. And when they, have another meeting with their coach, they're going to be reporting back on how things went. So they're expected to be doing stuff. It's not just like a coach is giving them stuff and they're not giving stuff back. It's a reciprocal relationship. And so if they aren't holding up their end of the deal, and we have a waiting list of other people that really want the program, they're given an opportunity. But if they don't show up for the meetings, if they aren't there when you've got the Skype session scheduled or whatever, a couple of those, and then you just have to cut them loose and work with a person that really wants to be in the program and really wants what the program is going to give them.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense. Pookie, did you have another question?
Yes. You said you had 12 locations, right? Do you guys do kind of like meet up, like kind of group kind of things, if you get what I'm going at, and like seminars and stuff like that?
Yeah, and we do presentations at the national level. Shiloh and I do more of the national stuff, but our site people do things in their own states and on the bases that are close to where they are. For instance, we have a site, Southern Caregiver Resource Center, out in San Diego. They have expanded now into LA as well. And so, they're likely to be doing stuff on at Camp Pendleton and at the Naval Hospital and things like that. So we, the sites sort of do their marketing and recruitment the way that they feel like is best for them. And we give them support in whatever it is that they're trying to do. We also have a couple of secret Facebook groups. One is for the coaches. We got about 50 coaches around the country that are the ones that are actually working with the caregivers. And so we have a group where they can interface with each other, and chat and talk about different resources and things. But then people that have been through the program, the caregivers themselves, we also have a group for them. And so they can have that peer support after they're out of our program. They can continue to be chatting and dialoguing with other caregivers wherever they are in the country, and so we we monitor that and make sure that keeps going, and they share. There's an awful lot of peer support in military caregiving, and it's not just from the coaches that they learn things from each other, and so coaches will learn from other coaches about what's working well and what's not working, but the caregivers themselves, they've been through a lot and they know what the really good, solid resources are that are out there, and so they'll share that with other caregivers, and so we're trying to build kind of a larger community that keeps going after they've gotten through our program.
So, if any one of our listeners wants to, volunteer time to your organization, is there a way that they can do that?
Have them, the email address is reachout altogether at operationfamilycaregiver.org, O-R-G. Just reach out at operationfamilycaregiver.org, and that actually will come directly to me, and I would love to talk to anybody that's interested in that. Something that's really interesting is now that we've had more people go through the program, a lot of the caregivers that have gone through the program and been helped by the program and had a really positive experience have turned around and now become coaches because they want to give back to other caregivers. And we think that's really cool because, they know the value of the program better than I do because they went through it. And they learned what they learned and they felt it was good. And so they want to learn the skills then to turn into a coach and coach other caregivers. So I think we've got about 7 or 8 now that are previous participants in the program that are now coaches across the country.
That's amazing. So for those of us listening, how can we help Operation Family Caregiver? Because I know there's got to be costs involved in all of this. So how can we as a nation help?
Well, we are steadily advocating that there be more funding for caregiver support programs. We go up on Capitol Hill and talk to senators and congressmen about that. We have some really good partners like the Elizabeth Dole Foundation, DOD, others, a lot of others, Psych Armor, and I can't even begin to name them all. We have so many of the Military Veteran Caregiver Network. So what we need most of all is to serve the caregivers that need it. So we need help getting word out about the program. Like I said, we've been very fortunate. We've gotten some private funding. We've gotten some really generous funding. And so we've been able to launch sites around the country, and it's not cost the sites anything. Mm-hmm. But at the end of the grant, which the grants are generally 3 years in length, then it will be up to the local community to pick up the ball and keep it rolling so that they don't lose the program. And our very first program was in Pennsylvania, and it's still going, and that was from 5 years ago. They aren't getting funding from through us anymore, through any of our funding streams, but they're still up and rolling. The thing that would help the most is to let caregivers know about the program. Go to our website, operationfamilycaregiver.org, read the stories of people that have been through the program, read more about the evidence behind the program, read about the positive outcomes. We measure, we do pre and post assessment, and so we're able to prove that the program works. We just got accepted for publication, our first peer-reviewed journal article. It will be in the Journal of Clinical Psychology, so they're actually going to be publishing the outcomes of caregivers that have been through the program. So, it's valid, it's good, it's been proven to work. We just want to get more caregivers in it. We know the need is great. 1.1 million post 9/11, 5.5 million across all eras. That's how many military caregivers are out there, and we're only touching just a few, and we need to be touching a lot more. So just get the word out about the program. Send people to our website, send people to our reach out at operationfamilycaregiver.org. If they go to the website, there's a form that they can fill out right there and click it, and it will automatically refer them into the program. And we'll get them a coach within 24 hours. We'll assign a coach to them. So just if you'll help us get the word out, that would mean more than anything.
That's amazing. Yeah. And we are definitely getting the word out right now. So, Pookie, do you have any more questions for Miss Laura?
Oh, I'm tapped out right now. I'm sorry. I'm blown about I mean, this is an amazing program that you're running right now, and
Yes.
I truly appreciate it, because I know a lot of my friends right now have caregivers, and I'm definitely going to refer them to y'all.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. And that's our goal with all of our programs. We want to support caregivers so that they can, not burn out and take care of themselves while they're taking care of their loved one, whoever that might be. And we really appreciate you guys letting me be on the show so I can talk about it. And hopefully somebody's listening. And if they don't need the program, they might know somebody that does. And just reach out to us. Reaching out is a sign of strength. It is not a sign of weakness. And, reach out for that help. It's there.
Well, Miss Laura, thank you so much for coming on tonight and telling us about Operation Family Caregiver. I know I learned a lot. I hope everyone in Mixer and Facebook and YouTube, I hope they learned something. And I hope those who know of caregivers pass this on to them. Because this really was great information.
Thank you so much, Pookie and Minx. I appreciate you.
Of course. So, everyone, we're going to go on break really quick. And, yeah, we'll be back here in a couple minutes. So, see you guys here soon.
away the strength within you. The time is now and this is your moment. To find your place in the sun.
WTF Nation Radio. WTF Nation Radio.
How it is that a hero needs saving, how he needs that support to keep his roof from caving, holding tight on that 45 as a tear drops from his eye. Picturing his mom is all that's kept him alive, cause he's buried his friends and he's buried his thoughts. Suppress these demons inside until his stomach's in knots. I see you on your knees, so please let me give you help, pick you up.
Of all the guilt we try to hide, and I no longer have the will to drive. All these promises were lies, and I will never give into all the shit that life has put on you. The past will stay where it will die and bring an ending to this goddamn life. I'm already giving up on you, but never giving up on me. The flies eat away at every day that's lost and left to rot away. In your eyes, leave trails of panting emptiness. Your feelings for me will digress, and I will never give into all the shit that life has put on you. The past will stay where it will die and bring an ending to this goddamn life. I've already given up on you, but never giving up on me. And I will never give into all the shit that life has put on you. The past will stay where it will die and bring an ending to this goddamn life. I've already given up on you, but never giving up on me. trust me, but I hate to rush. Gotta keep it between the lines until I hit the dust. Got my shit together, I gotta buy some time. The key to freedom lies across the state line. It's a daily ritual, this game I play. In the life of a shadow man with a debt to pay. Hit the gravel with my hand on the radio. Here I am again, driving on the road to nowhere. My mouth is blurry and my vision's dry. I'm looking at the world through empty bloodshot eyes. It's a daily ritual, this game I play. In the life of a shadow man with a debt to pay. Hit the gravel with my hand on the radio. Here I am again, driving on the road to nowhere. Just like this life that I lead, it might not take me anywhere. But I was born to travel along this lonely road to nowhere. Hit the gravel with my hand on the radio. Here I am again, driving on the road to nowhere. Just like this life that I lead, it might not take me anywhere. But I was born to travel along this lonely road to nowhere.
All right, everybody, welcome back for the last part of WTF Wednesday. Obviously, I'm Minx, and I'm still here with Pookie. And
Yay.
good Lord, did we find some shit to talk about now. So, I don't know if you guys are aware of this or not, but there are quite a good number of Hispanics in Arizona. I mean, it's a fact, right? I mean, I feel like I'm going crazy talking about this, but a new audit has come out, and it says the Phoenix area deputy is more likely to arrest Hispanics. And I'm just over here like, no shit. No way. Like, they're fucking everywhere over there. Of course they're going to arrest more Hispanics. They're the majority of the population in the Phoenix area. So
Racism.
Right? But yeah, no, apparently people are calling this racist somehow.
I bet if it was majority white people, they'd be like clapping their hands and shit. But whatever. That's just me. I mean.
So yeah, I found that and I started laughing. And then to kind of tie into that, I found this gem, which I know you guys can't see it, but I can see it. It's fucking hilarious. So apparently there's now a call to boycott Spirit Halloween, which I take offense to this because this is the best holiday of the goddamn year, right after 4th of July. But I digress. So people are calling to boycott Spirit Halloween over a costume. And it's not any of the, Native American costumes. It's not over the Rasta Man costume. It's over a Border Patrol costume. And people are losing their damn minds. There's one Twitter person, Spirit Halloween, why exactly do you have a Border Patrol costume? Do you have any idea how many lives and families are ruined over that? And then another guy says, please don't shop at Spirit Halloween this year. This Border Patrol costume is offensive in every way and normalizes racism. Because apparently, what was this kid's name? According to Tommy Gorman, the only person who's able to be Border Patrol are white people. Because somehow, if you enforce a nation's borders, you are automatically racist.
I wonder what would happen if you tried to cross the DMZ.
Right? Oh wait, we know what would happen, but fucking, they're not white, so they're not racist. Because per our society, only white people can somehow be racist right now. I'm sure it'll change again in the next, 40, 50 years. So a couple generations from now, they're going to switch it somehow. And they're going to be like, oh, white people are victims. And then this race is the racist ones. And then I'm sure it'll keep going back and forth because that seems to be the pattern. But yeah. And I've been, driving through Texas on the 10, right? You go through Border Patrol on the 10. I have been stopped many times at that Border Patrol station and handed my fucking license over to Hispanic Border Patrol agents.
No shit.
Yeah.
Is that a real thing?
It is.
I can't believe you. That doesn't sound right.
But yeah, so this fucking costume. And then another Twitter user, Geek Girl Con, with a rainbow flag. So obviously, faggot. It's I can't say that word because mixer. It said baggot. It says, think about implications of costumes before wearing. Not this one though. It's just offensive. and apparently, according to Teen Vogue, because they're an authority figure on this, they're like, people are livid over this Border Patrol Halloween costume. Well, now my I'm gonna have to go and get it. I know, it's Spanky. Well, she was there.
Oh, she was there.
Right?
I'd like to see you rolling around in some Border Patrol.
I couldn't find the button. I only have one, and I couldn't find it.
No, Spanky, we definitely need, you and I both need to get this Border Patrol costume. And then we can we can get the Mexican dressed up in a poncho and a sombrero and give her a bottle of tequila. Because what is Halloween if we can't, make fun of racism and racial stereotypes?
Yeah, but she's not allowed to have tequila in my presence. But other than that, yes. Or we can
it can be an empty bottle.
Okay.
Whiskey.
Yeah, we can put whiskey in her tequila bottle. Just don't tell anybody. But yeah, other than that, yeah, she's gonna stab me.
No, this needs to happen. I need this costume in my life simply because I know somehow, somewhere, someone is going to get so fucking butthurt
No, and as you're talking about it, I am literally looking through my brother's Facebook trying to find it. My brother is married to a Mexican, and they had, like, she was dressed up as Border Patrol, and he was dressed up in sombrero and shit. And I'm like
God.
looking for this fucking picture. Like, I've got to find it now.
That's amazing.
Damn.
See, like, that's what, like, to me, that's what should be happening. We should all just fucking laugh about fucking stereotypes and just be like, we're fucked as a society no matter what we do. Fuck it.
Exactly.
And I'm like, I got to find this picture now because it's like, I mean, like, they're not offended. It's fucking hilarious if you ask me.
Right? It is. It's fucking hilarious. Like, people are getting so Kim Jong-un-y these days about fucking words and shit.
Communists.
Right? Like, okay, so I know, like, sidetrack a little. I still stand by my words yesterday when I said that Kim Jong-un is the quintessential millennial liberal crybaby. In that he's saying we somehow declared war on him because President Trump tweeted mean things.
Oh.
No, the poor guy. The poor guy. Yeah, I stand by my statement. I will not apologize for it. Because it's fucking true. He is. He is the quintessential millennial liberal. Antifa.
There you go. He should be like a professor at like Berkeley or some shit the way he talks.
Right? Oh my goodness. I'd get fucking lynched. I'd be, oh my God. Speaking of Berkeley, they had their free speech week.
Free, quote unquote, air quotes.
I did. Did you hear them? I know I made the symbols for everybody, but could you hear them? Yes.
I heard the air quote.
Yeah, no, like that's how good I am at that. Yeah, no, so they had their free speech week, and by free speech it was anyone who kept in line with the status quo and with the agenda, they were allowed to speak. Milo Yiannopoulos, however, because last year his that's where Antifa like really showed their heads and like started attacking people. So last year his speech thing. Oh God, I think my dog's drinking out of the toilet. Jenna,
Sexy.
get out of there, you nasty hoe. You're disgusting. So, but yeah, so Milo was supposed to speak at this, but literally the day of or the day before, his student backing had to pull away their support from him. And so he was unable to now speak at Berkeley because he didn't have a student organization backing him. And the thing that really sucks is that these kids only withdrew their like support for him because they were being threatened with expulsion by the dean. Because free speech, right?
Yep. Yeah. Quote, quote, unquote, quote, quote.
Right? But yeah, so there's that. But yeah, fucking, who knew there were fucking Hispanics in Phoenix? Am I right?
Oh my God! This is like I was saying earlier. It's the same as Houston. They put a article out like I don't know, like 10 years ago about that. And yeah, I mean, there's more Hispanics in Houston than there are white people. Surprising,
right? When you're the majority of the population, you're probably gonna, lead the polls on just about everything. So I don't know.
I mean, my people are only known for meth and moonshine. So I mean,
dude, speaking of meth, like there's so many of those fucking meth heads around this area.
that's a big thing in Texas.
Dude, I don't get it. Like, and it's when they come in and they're high on meth and they come in to have a child and it's like they're going into labor. And it's like, you're high on meth right now. Like, you just...
And you're pregnant.
Yeah.
I feel bad for that child.
You know, but it's like, what the fuck does someone have to do around here? Because, you know, like, I had been trying to get pregnant, right? And so, and it was getting frustrating because, you know, I about a year ago, I had an ectopic pregnancy. So I had to terminate that, and that fucking sucked, you know, and like, I know what would happen if I did not terminate it, but at the same time, like, I had to have like a fucking debate in my head on why I needed to terminate it. It's like, I would die if I didn't do this, but at the same time, I'm like, but I'm pregnant, and like, why would I like choose to terminate it? And then, you know, the other side's like, because you're gonna die if you don't. You know, like, it's not viable. So, like, I'm left wondering, like, what's a bitch gotta do if she's trying to get pregnant in this area? Like, obviously, it's smoke meth or do meth or whatever. I don't know.
Meth, crack, cocaine. There you go. You're perfect.
Right? Apparently. And so I was like, maybe I should start doing some more drugs. And then I'll get knocked up. I don't know. That's apparently that is the formula here in Central Texas. You know, fucking ugh. But at the same time, like, you know, like, I've done my experimentations and whatever with drugs. One thing that I have always had, you know, a rule about is if I have to cook it in a spoon with a lighter before I use it, I'm not gonna use it. And then if I have to inject it into me, again, it's not happening. I'm not using it. Like, you can't pay me in order to fucking use it. Like, it just, no. And yeah, that's about where I draw the line. Or if I have to, like, you know, put it into some sort of straw.
I don't know. I always drew the line if it's natural and it was grown.
Yeah.
Then like that's my if it's man made, I don't want it. I like beer though. I mean, but it's not really man made if you think about it. But whatever.
Right.
This little bacteria is doing the shit.
But yeah, you know, like, if it fucking grows naturally, okay, you know, I'll fucking try it. Why not? But if like if the process of making said drug and involves the possibility of an explosion, no, just no.
Yep.
Right. But so yeah, so speaking of explosions, tens of thousands were evacuated from a Ukraine arms depot after they appears to be a sabotage blast. So 30,000 people evacuated out of Ukraine from a central, region after a huge arms depot storing missiles caught fire and exploded in what prosecutors said was a possible act of sabotage. And the second major incident affecting a large Ukrainian weapons storage site this year. Kiev, is it Kiev or Kev? I don't know.
Kev.
It's Kev. Kiev.
I believe so. Don't quote me if I'm wrong.
Right. So anyways, had blamed a deadly March munitions blast on Moscow and its Russian-backed insurgents fighting Ukrainian forces in the war-wrecked East. The Kremlin and its allied militias brushed off the charge as propaganda. But, like, this picture, though, of, like, the fucking fireball, it's like, right? And it's, like, huge, and it's like, so pretty. Sorry.
That's what she said.
It's Kiev. Oh, okay. Thanks, Eli.
That was Kev.
Right? Or, I don't know. He put in a lot of E's. So.
Kiev.
Yeah, Kiev. So, you want to hear some bullshit?
Let's hear it.
So, I understand that I'm an adult. I do. I understand that. I understand that I am 31 years old. I understand I'm about to be 32 here in a couple months. I understand I'm an adult. Now that that disclaimer has been thrown out there, for my 30th birthday, my best friend and I went to Disneyland for my 30th birthday because, again, I'm an adult. So Disney has started to ban adults dressing up as princesses. And by adults, it's anyone over the age of 14. Right? It's like, God, stop raining on my parade, God damn it. Like, do you not see the world? It's going to shit. If I want to pretend like I'm still a fucking kid for a day while I'm at fucking Disneyland, let me fucking do it. So if you're 14 or older, the clock has struck 12 on your ability to dress up as your favorite character at a Disney theme park. The success of Disney theme parks is in a large part due to their strict rules and regulations, among which are rules for what guests may or may not wear. According to the Disney Resort's dress code, costumes or masks may not be worn by guests who are 14 years of age or older, though exceptions are made for the latter in case of medical need. Refusal to comply with this dress code can result in a guest being refused admittance to the park or even getting kicked out. The rule seems to be, in part, due to the reasoning that the only adults in costume at the parks should be the Disney cast members dressed as human characters for meet and greets. This doesn't mean that you have to dress entirely plain, however. Hats, wigs, and other headgear are totally fine as long as they don't cover your face, and accessories such as toy swords that don't look real, lightsabers, transparent wings, and tutus are allowed as well. You're also more than welcome to wear a cape as long as it doesn't fall below your waist. So you can dress up, just, not as a princess.
I'm sad.
Right? Like, the fuck? I mean, yeah, exactly, Faith. Like, they do have a point, because the cast members, like, they don't really, like, that's their job, is to dress up like the character, and fuck.
Oh, God forbid you provide a better service than, yeah, there you go. Oh, never mind. I'm done. I want to dress up like a princess. Why can't I dress up like a princess? That's fucked up.
Right? Oh my God. I would pay so much money to see your hillbilly ass in a fucking princess dress.
There you go. See, people would take pictures and I'd get money. So there we go.
Spanky, you have a clam bra?
Maybe.
Wait a minute. Hold on.
Right? Wait a minute.
And I definitely have mermaid leggings, like 3 different colors.
Right? Because why wouldn't you? Am I right?
I mean, you've seen my tattoo.
I have.
On my arm. So, I am a very huge, huge Ariel fan.
Huge.
Like, when it first came out, me and my high school BFF, and we still talk about it, like, every time we talk to this day, we used to, like, come home after school and, like, watch it and eat ramen because, that's what you do after school and high school. I mean, and the seriousness when it comes to Disney movies. I know, like, every word to that movie, all the songs, all the choreography, everything.
Right.
It's serious. If I want to wear my fucking clam bra to Disney, I don't know why they would stop me.
Right.
I don't know why anyone would stop anyone from doing that, but okay. Get me excited.
Right. Oh my God.
Calm your tits, Pookie. You can't borrow my clam bra.
I don't have any.
Right. You can't borrow Spanky's clam bra. However, like now that I know that like clear wings and like tutus are okay and wigs, I now have like my wheels working and like, how can we make this happen? Like, like, cause Disney's expensive, right? And like, there is no Disney in Texas. And I feel like this needs to change, Disney. So I kind of want to get like a big group together and like we all go in fucking tutus and wigs and fucking wings and shit. Because
that sounds like fun.
Because we can, because it's in the fucking rules that we can. Yeah, or something. I don't know.
I'm totally down to wear a tutu wig and some fairy wings.
Oh
I'm down
my
with
God. Yes, no, you're definitely going. You're are you kidding? Oh my God. We're gonna dress up Pookie like Tinkerbell.
Yes. Beard and all, right?
Yes. Oh.
Oh.
Dude, we are gonna like bedazzle and beglitter the shit out of you.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Like you're gonna look like you popped out of a stripper's vag by the time we're done. Fucking glitter everywhere. It's gonna be good. Yes. Like, and we're gonna give you the stage name Cinnamon, and you are just gonna throw that ass in a circle.
Ooh.
Yes. Oh my God, this has to happen. Like now I'm like, all right, hold on. How far away is my birthday? How much money can I save up between now and then to where I can afford all of this? This has to happen. Staff retreat to Disney. What?
Let's do a GoFundMe. Pookie dressed up as a goddamn princess.
Right. Wait, what? Pip, what are you talking about? He says, I bet it's all because someone came in dressed up and grabbed someone's ass and they thought it was a staff member and couldn't figure out who it was. There's always that one guy.
Yeah, there was always that one guy. I will give it that.
Right. So, yeah. Oh, taking the trip in October, however, could be your chance to dress up, as this dress code is relaxed for events like Mickey's Halloween party. However, dressed up guests may not pose for photos with other guests, nor can they sign autographs as their characters. For those who can't make it out to Disney Park for Halloween, however, there are adult Disney-themed events such as Oh, what? Sorry, there are adult Disney-themed events such as bar crawls where dressing up is strongly encouraged. Where is this Disney bar crawl happening, and why have I never heard of this?
I try to stay away from bar crawls because the last
I'm
bar crawl...
on it, and I will find out.
Like, how does that not sound like a good time? And wait, why are you banned from bar crawls?
I banned myself from bar crawls, and it's a long story.
Oh, we got time, boo thing.
No. Let's just say I wound up naked by the end of the night. That's the end of the story.
Wait, what?
I was naked running around, so it was pretty epic.
Oh my God. Was it a highly populated city?
Oh, it's close to where I live. I'll give you that much.
Okay, well, that's like a mixed answer response, and you know it, because I've driven past your exit before.
Well, my area is not sparsely. My area is sparsely populated, so there's only like 3 big cities around my area.
Did this event happen in one of those 3 big cities?
Yes.
Oh my God, yes.
It was a bad night, and I'll say it was on St. Patty's Day. I will say that.
No! That's the 3rd best holiday of the year. How dare you?
I'm sorry.
No, I mean, of all holidays to just act stupid and get stupid drunk, like that's the best one to do it, though.
Dude, that's I like no more bar crawls for me.
Dude, bar crawls are so much fun, though. Seriously, Spanky, as soon as you figure out this bar crawl, like, we need to go.
I'm gonna cut next time I do a bar crawl. I'll just have to eliminate the alcohol aspect of it.
Spanky, you can dress up as Ariel. I'll be Ursula.
Oh my God, yes. I'm looking. Like, seriously, I'm looking right now.
I'm round enough for it.
I'll be
No, you're
Princess
not.
Jasmine.
It'll be good. Cause it's on Pleasure Island. Oh, Dale Lab says it's called character crawls. What?
They do zombie crawls in DC.
Like, I need to go. Like, I'm such a fucking hermit. Like, I don't get out at all because I'm like, if I can't take my dog, I'm not going. But at the same time, like, I hear about all these fun social shit, and I'm like, oh, I want to go, but I can't take my dog, so I'll just sit at home. I know, it's really sad. And so I'm trying to put myself out there and being like, okay, I have to somewhat, participate, I guess, in society.
Find a good dog sitter, and then you'll be good.
Right? Like, I know on Friday is going to be a long day for them because I'm doing this. What am I doing Friday? I'm doing this Halloween themed, like, boudoir photo shoot thing.
What you call me?
I didn't call you anything.
I heard something. Bourgeois or something.
Boudoir.
What
Okay.
that
Think sexy lingerie pictures.
Oh.
Boudoir. It's French, and I know it's French, and that's like one of the few words in French that I know. I cannot tell you the direct translation, but
You said boudoir.
Boudoir.
What you call me? You calling me names.
I would never call you names, like not to your face anyways.
Ooh.
Just kidding. I'm not that. Well, no, I can't even say that because that would be a lie. I was going to be like, I'm not that much of a bitch, but I am, though. Fucking shit happens, right? But yeah, so that's what I'm doing on Friday. So, and it's in a fucking town like 3 hours away. And I have to message the photographer and be like, what time did you want us to show up? Because, fuck.
So what you're saying is there's going to be lingerie pictures of you floating around, man.
Yes.
Woo.
I've done like I've done one of these like before. I was stationed at Fort Irwin and I was literally 60 pounds lighter. Well, no, okay, that's a lie. Like 50 pounds lighter. Mostly because, I was on Adderall and so I wouldn't eat. And so like I was a skeleton. It kind of got scary there for a second. Like my NC was like, Miller, like she would force me to eat. Because, she was an awesome NCO and I ended up she ended up being like a mom to me and I would call her mom instead of like Sergeant whatever. Be like, hey mom. But she was a great NCO. I loved her. I still do. Like she and I are still really good friends. But she would be like, yo, you need to eat. And like she'd force me to eat in front of her because she wouldn't believe that I'd eat, which I honestly like, you know, because being on Adderall, it's an appetite suppressor, right? Because it's a stimulant. And so I would literally go days without eating. And I know that's not healthy at all. So like when I got off of Adderall, I was like, oh, this food thing's amazing.
Tacos.
Right? I know. And then I was like, oh, and then I haven't stopped eating, which is why I'm at where I'm at. So
Yeah, I'm at the heaviest point in my life. After I got out of the Army, I put on so much weight. It's insane.
yeah. I know, like I'm looking at myself and I'm like, I should do something about this. And so that's where I'm going right now. But oh my God. Okay, so yesterday, one of the chicks that I work with, this skinny bitch was going off about how, yeah, no, like she's tiny. And she was saying like how, like when she went through college, she did the whole like freshman 15. And in my head, I'm like, so you looked the same as you do now? Because like she's so small that like 15 pounds honestly would probably actually look better on her. You know, like it would give her a shape. But she said something that kind of like bothered me. She's like, you know, oh, I felt so disgusting because I'd sit down and there would be like a roll there. And I'm like, and in my head, I'm like, do you not see me like standing right next to you? Like, we can compare if you want. But like, even at my skinniest, so I am 5'6", 5'5", 5'6", 5'6.5", you know, depending on which APFT you were to go look at. And at my smallest, I was 112 pounds.
Holy shit, I've never been that small. Maybe if I was like an infant, but I've never been that small.
But like even when I was that small, like when I would sit, everyone fucking gets rolls when you sit down. Like it happens. Sorry. It's over that rant.
I'm like 210 pounds right now. Shit. I feel like a fat ass, but all right.
I know, right? I'm like, God, like I already, like, and in my head, I'm like, you know what, hooker? Like, I am already aware that, like, I gotta, like, you know, tone up this shit. But fuck, like, all you're doing is making me want to go eat. Like,
All this talk of food has made me hungry.
I know, right? And I saw pictures of donuts earlier when we were on break, and I'm like, I need them all.
My thing is ramen. I love ramen.
Oh, I don't have any. I thought I did.
How can you not have ramen? That's
I
like
don't
a
know.
essential staple.
Right? I don't know, but that sounds so good right now, too. So, I know you wanted to talk about tinfoil hats.
Phenomena.
I know. Phenomenon. Shit. So, I don't know. So, I know your big thing, Pookie, is that you're a flat earther.
No, I'm not. No, never have I ever been. Don't even insult me like that. Those are fighting words right there.
No. You're a total
I do not.
flat earther.
I believe in science.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Friggin'. So, for those of you who don't know, there's this group, and they have a legit website. I'm on it right now. And it is the Flat
Earth Society.
Society.org. So it's like a legit thing.
Like apparently all the other planets orbiting us have gravity and we don't because we're flat. So there you go.
I'm in their about section right now. So the Flat Earth Society mans the guns against oppression of thought and the global. Hold on, I'm trying to say this fucking word. Words are hard. Globalist lies of a new age. Oh my god, I can't take this shit seriously. Standing with reason, we offer a home to those wayward thinkers that march bravely on with reason and truth and recognizing the true shape of the earth. Flat.
There you go.
Come join us in our forums and get started learning about the greatest lie ever told.
That the earth is round? I can't remember the name of the Greek guy. He was in Egypt and he was a librarian at the Alexandria, you know, and he figured out the circumference of the earth with a stick. It took us a satellite to figure that shit out.
Right? Like, this is not a new thing. Like, thinking that the earth is round. Round.
She said.
Right? Fucking.
It was like a mango.
Oh my god. So the mission of the Flat Earth Society is to promote and initiate discussion of flat earth theory as well as archive flat earth literature. They have literature on this? Oh my god. Our forums act as a venue to encourage free thinking and debate. Oh, yes. Earth is not like a globe.
Fest,
What?
Their forum's just a troll fest then, pretty much.
Oh, dude, I don't know. I'm about to go look, though. Then it shows a picture of a guy that's holding a... I'm not even sure what it is, but it says Earth, not a globe. So,
Oh, God.
Right? Oh, the forums. Yes. Come on, give me some good stuff.
I bet it's almost as bad as 4chan.
Right? These are weird. All right, so let's see here. Oh, they have flat earth question and answers. If you're new to the site and want to know more, this is the place to start. So they've got a bunch of different boards. So they've got one for announcements, suggestions, and concerns. Flat earth general. Question answer, debate, believers. A board for debate and discussion among the believers. And flat earth information repository.
Did you say repository?
I did.
Okay.
Not suppository. Not suppository, but repository.
All right, so I'll give you one of the theories they have. They believe that the U.S. government and NASA have armed guards on this giant ice wall that holds all the water in from falling off the Earth.
Wait, giant ice wall? You mean like fucking Game of Thrones?
Exactly. That's what holds the ocean in.
Did the ice giants make it?
I don't know.
Like
I
with
normally lose focus once someone says the Earth is flat, and then I hear burp 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 afterwards.
So like my whole thing is, if the Earth is flat, why has nobody seen this apparent ice wall that's supposed to hold all the water on?
Kills people. The government kills people who discover it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, they guard it, and then like global warming is eventually going to make the Earth's ice wall disappear, and we're all going to die.
Oh, of course, right? Somehow.
Because global warming is a scientifical, feasible thing, but you know, like the Earth being flat, you know, that's legit. You know.
Oh my god. Duh. Right. So, I just got sent. I'm so sorry. I just got sent an article from one of my anesthesia providers that I work with. The FBI has seized over 3,000 3,000 penises during a raid at a morgue employee's home.
Wait, what?
Oh, I'll say this again slowly this time. So,
I heard penises.
Yeah, right? Yeah, penis. So the FBI seizes over 3,000 penises during a raid at a morgue employee's home.
So what this bitch was doing was chopping dicks off?
Dude, I don't know. Oh, he's in Houston, too. Hey,
you said he?
Yeah.
What?
Get out of there, hooker. Hi. Oh, shit, I fucking acknowledged his existence, and now he's gonna be like, love me. All right, so anyways, the FBI agents made an astonishing discovery this morning while executing a search warrant at the residence of a Houston mortician. 3,178 embalmed human penises. Or penisi, if you will. Is that
Peni? Is
right?
it penis or peni?
I don't know.
Or penises.
So the FBI suspected 54-year-old Dave Murray, an employee of the Harris County morgue, of being implicated in an organ trafficking network.
So no one noticed dicks being chopped off of bodies?
I don't know, but Pip just said they caught the infamous dick ninja.
Oh no.
Oh my god. So, investigating several reports of missing organs and body parts, dozens of agents raided his residence this morning, hoping to find evidence of his involvement in the crimes. What they found on site was was a lot more disturbing than expected. There were shelves everywhere, filled with hundreds of glass jars, each of them containing a penis floating in formalin. He explained... Apparently, he explained in great detail how he had been cutting off dead men's genital organs and collecting them for more than 10 years.
Oh, I don't know. That's I mean, I draw the occasional penis on things like that, but I'm not that obsessed with dick.
Right? I'm not going to go around fucking chopping them off and collecting them. So it took the FBI more than 7 hours to gather all the organs and other pieces of evidence that were found on the site. A total of 53 criminal charges have already been filed against Mr. Murray, and hundreds more could be filed over the next few days. An anonymous FBI source told WNTV4 that the number of charges could reach over 3,000. Dave Murray will remain in custody for the moment as a psychiatric evaluation has been ordered to determine if he is fit to stand trial. If he is considered fit, he could appear in court in October for the beginning of the procedures.
Yay, I'm going to spend the rest of my life in jail because I like dick.
Like, of all things to chop off of somebody, like, that's dead, why would you chop off their dick?
I don't know. Is he the king of dick now?
I don't know. Good question. Like, Pip, like, what was he going to do? Make a belt or a necklace with all of them? Look at this nice belt I've made.
It's made with 100% penis leather.
Right? Oh my god. Such a good article.
That is fucking off the wall. Holy shit.
Oh my god.
I mean, I get in trouble sometimes because I draw dicks on my roommate's truck. You know, like I'll draw a penis on his tailgate. You know, but I mean, I'm not that like holy shit. And you're gonna chop a dude's dick off after he's dead and put it up. Nah, I'm done.
Right? And he had to build fucking custom shelves to fucking store all of them. Like, of
Was there an LED lighting display?
Right? Like, how did he right? So many questions now. So many questions.
I'm so dumbfounded. I just want to know more, and I don't want to know more at the same time.
Right? I want to know no more, but I don't. Yeah, no, exactly. Freaking what?
I don't even know how you top that.
Right? Like, how do I top this now? Hi, can I help you? I know. I'm being so unfair to you guys right now. I know. God, they're such assholes. Seriously, does anybody want one of them?
I'd take one, but I can't have dogs, so.
So yeah, no, she always sends me these fucking weird articles.
There's a subreddit. It's like what the fuck news or some shit. Sometimes when you read it, you're like, what?
Right? Fucking You want to go back to the flat Earth question and answers?
No.
Oh, they have reasons. They have the top 10 reasons why we know the Earth is round debunked. Number 1, other planets are round. So obviously, we as Earth have to be round because logic, right? You would assume. According to the Flat Earth Society, they say, according to Flat Earth theory, the Earth and other planets are not really the same type of celestial body. To put it another way, which I'm sure everyone everywhere will take offense to, the Earth is different. Somehow that's somehow that has debunked the fact that we're round. Right? Number 2, time zones. They say that this is debunked and that this is the first of a trend in this video in which Henry, the host of Minute Physics, assumes that the flat Earth is exactly the same as the round Earth in every way except for shape. The sun works in a similar manner to spotlight in flat Earth theory, which is why time zone exists. When the sun isn't pointing overhead, it's nighttime.
Interesting.
Then apparently triangles. They say it's literally impossible to perform this experiment on the scale required. Another one is, like eclipses and the horizon.
Yeah.
So the horizon. This is just a perspective effect. First of all, apparently large waves will obscure apparently small objects. Therefore, looking out long distances over water, you will of course be unable to see land on the other side. In addition, refraction has an effect. Some flat earthers theorize an electromagnetic acceleration which appears to bend light upward. Fucking
what?
Right? What? Oh, what? And then, eclipses. Eclipses are caused by the sun going behind the moon or vice versa. It's that simple. Once again, Henry is assuming everything is exactly the same. How are you debunking anything right now? I'm so confused. Right?
It's making my brain hurt a little bit.
Right? What? So, and then photographic evidence. Most photographic evidence actually demonstrates that we would expect to see on a disc-shaped flat Earth a circle with little to no apparent curvature. Add in camera distortion, and that's our explanation for low Earth photos. As for photos like the infamous blue marble, that the space agencies of the world are involved in a conspiracy is depressingly obvious if you look at the evidence.
Here we go.
That's it. That's all. And then they stop. And it's like, well, where is your fucking evidence? Where is it? God damn it.
It's almost like Scientology, but I'm not going to
Right.
say anything about Scientology because I don't want to die in the middle of the night. It's like, oh.
Oh, you mean like if you had done anything to wrong the Clintons?
Oh yeah, exactly.
Right? So, yeah. I mean, we can get into Scientology if you want. I think they're fucking insane.
They are insane. The founder of that even said that he could make a religion up and people would follow it. So
Right.
come on.
Oh, wait. Oh, there's one in here about gravity. No.
Gravity is fake.
What?
At one point in time, that I used to be able to spit off the gravitational constant fucking equation, but I can't do that anymore. So.
So this one person asked, okay, so if you drop an object, it falls down. I understand this because the flat earth is constantly accelerating upwards. So not only are we flat, but we are in this constant upward acceleration. Therefore, you have gravity. Makes sense now.
Yeah.
However, how do you explain the fact that objects fall at different accelerations at different points on the Earth? Also, how do you explain terminal velocity? The response to that question is, do not argue with the stupids because I never won.
What?
What?
So never argue with an idiot because they'll bring you down or everyone beats you with their own stupidity kind of thing? I mean,
I don't know. I don't understand any of this.
I'm going to go to bed tonight just scratching my head.
Right? It's grammar. This grammar is so bad on some of these.
Yeah, of course.
Right? Oh, I see what you mean about this ice wall. Hold on. Oh, they've got something on it. So, Earth disk, ice wall, spotlight sun? How so?
Was that a Google search or what?
No, it's on the Flat Earthers Society.
Say it again, please.
I can't.
You can't make shit up like this. You can't make it up. I want to hear it again.
Earth disk, ice wall,
Flat Earthers Society.
spotlight sun.
There.
How so? Oh my god. Someone brings up Antarctica. Like, apparently if you involve Antarctica with anything, Antarctica is a fucking conspiracy.
Oh yeah, like my sister never went there and drilled ice cores because that's a conspiracy. So,
Yeah,
all right, I got you.
I mean, obviously.
Yeah, it don't exist.
Oh my goodness.
The billions of pictures she sent me of Antarctica it's not real.
No,
so,
it's not
right.
real. I mean, obviously that's the ice wall. Duh.
I must be an idiot then.
Well, it's about that time to do some housekeeping. Fucking seriously, I can spend all night now on this fucking flat earthers and just be like, the fuck are they talking
There you
about?
go. It's almost as mystical as communism.
Oh my god. Someone just trolled the shit out of them. It says good luck in exploring deep into Antarctica, and then it shows all these pictures of emperor penguins and how many there are, and then it shows a picture of a penguin going after a dude, and then another picture after the battle of the penguin all bloody. He's like, good luck getting past the millions of them on their way to the ice wall. Humans. Oh my god. It's so fucking funny. All right, so tomorrow we have Sergeant's time with, right? It's Wednesday, right? Yeah. I'm so confused on days. I know. Well, but then I never broadcast on Wednesday, you know? So I'm like, what day is it?
So confused.
Yeah. So tomorrow on Sergeant's Time with Ice, Mike Golf, and Doc Madness, we have Keith David from Task Force Dagger. All right. Good night, Faith. Sleep well. Task Force Dagger Foundation provides assistance to wounded, ill, or injured USACOM members and their families. And then we have Friday Night Freedom with myself and Mud Puppy. We don't have a guest this Friday. And then we have Saturday Night Savagery with Jay Reddy and Pookie and Doc Madness. And that's always a good time. And then this Sunday, we're going to have a special show in that KJ has buttons. And the reason why we're letting him take over the show on this Sunday is because next week starts something super exciting. We're getting our afternoon show back. So more on that in a couple minutes. So after Sunday, we go into Monday with the Monday edition with Ice and Cuffs. Oh, I'm sorry. It's pronounced USOCOM. Right? I don't know. USOCOM.
USOCOM.
That's what I said. Isn't that what I said? I'm sorry. I offended somebody. I don't know. USOCOM. So anyways. So.
Hold on. Say it again.
USACOM.
I heard USACOM.
No, I didn't say com. I said com. There's a difference.
U.S. SACOM.
I'm being told how to pronounce it. It's U.S. SOCOM. Whatever. It's the same thing.
Not used to come.
Not used to come. Sorry. So anyway, so next Tuesday on Tied Up Tuesday, God damn it.
I'm sorry.
Okay. Yes, I understand. It's also not you succumb. I get that. So next Tuesday we have Tied Up Tuesday with myself and Gray Cloud. Can I fucking help you? Go away, please. And we have Nikki Rohrig from Military Working Dog Team Support Association Incorporated. So we're going to talk about military working dogs. And then
the doggos.
Yeah. And then that brings us back to Wednesday for WTF Wednesday, and Jim Beam will be here instead of me. So you guys will get a break from me. So that's good. So those are upcoming guests. Oh, and then next Friday, Brian Jacobs from Vets to Success will be on the show. So, yeah, it's going to be a good lineup. Fucking dude, I can't get over that one guy having 3,000 severed dicks in his house.
That's epic.
Right? Go big or go home, man. Good Lord. Giggity. Well, yeah, I think that's about it for us. Yeah.
Yeah.
You got anything else, Pooks?
Don't drink and drive. Don't beat your wife. And if you're feeling a certain kind of way, talk to someone.
Oh, I like it. All right, you guys. Have a great rest of your Wednesday and have a great rest of your week. So we'll see you here tomorrow for Sergeant's Time. Okay? Bye.
Bye.
Noon. Gotta get it together, I gotta stay in tune. Same times against me, but I hate to rush. Gotta keep it between the lines until I hit the dust. time. The key to freedom lies across the state line. It's a daily ritual, this game I play. In the life of a shadow man with a debt to pay. Hit the gravel with my hand on the radio. Here I am again, driving on the road to nowhere. My mouth is blurry and my vision's dry. I'm looking at the world through empty bloodshot eyes. It's a daily ritual, this game I play. In the life of a shadow man with a debt to pay. Hit the gravel with my hand on the radio. Here I am again, driving on the road to nowhere. Just like this life that I lead, it might not take me anywhere. But I was born to travel along this lonely road to nowhere. Hit the gravel with my hand on the radio. Here I am again, driving on the road to nowhere. Just like this life that I lead, it might not take